How's it going, friends? My name is Fringy and welcome to Should I Play Battlefield Hardline Beta. Now, before we jump into the bulk of the discussion, I'm gonna have to rant about something with this game. This game is so similar to Battlefield 4, it's unbelievable. It feels like the same game. It really feels like it could have been DLC, and it still would have made just as much sense as this game does. The gunplay, the animations, the fucking vehicles, everything feels the same. Just because you add a new coat of paint on and different game modes doesn't mean it's not absolutely identical. Now, we've seen Call of Duty do this, right? Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, and Ghosts are basically the same fucking game. And I'm feeling the same thing here. Battlefield Hardline feels like it's just an extension of Battlefield 4. Now, that is both good and bad in a lot of ways. It's bad because it means you're paying additional money for something that really could have just been included as digital downloadable content that would have actually been kind of cool as opposed to what they're doing with all this premium shit. Or, you know, a discounted version of the game. If this game was discounted, then I'd probably be like, yeah, you know, that's okay. They understand that it's really not a full... You know, it's not worth $60 if you already own Battlefield 4. So if they did that, I'd be cool. But they're not, and they're gonna have all their premium shit, and all this pre-order incentive, and all this other bullshit. So, that's pissed me off. It feels the same as Battlefield 4. That being said, that means the game is fun. A lot of it is fun. I'm really enjoying my time with the beta, but that thought about the sameness of this game lingers in my mind. But let's talk about what they've done right so far, based on what I've experienced in the beta. The guns feel weighty and more powerful than ever before. I feel this is due to the really excellent sound design. The game packs punch. When you fire an RPG and when you shoot your gun, it feels impactful and it feels very powerful. The new vehicles are pretty cool. They've got sedans and cop cars which you can drive in. And even though they really tried to show, oh, you can have chases with these, nobody has chases. The cars are literally only used to drive up to the objective, take the money, and go back to base. And, you know, that's what we should expect. This is Battlefield after all. Nobody ever used the Jeeps for tactical or, you know, even having a firefight. And the game mode in this, High Tension, is pretty damn cool. Essentially, there is money in the middle of the map, and each team wants to get as much money to their vault as possible and fill it up before the timer runs out. When you take the money, you take it back to your base and it's stashed there, but the opposing team can go over to your vault and basically take the money back to their base. So there's this cool cat and mouse sort of gameplay where it's going back and forth, back and forth. For one match, we nearly won, but the team came bursting in and took so much cash that we basically had to start all over again. That is cool. Whether or not people are going to be playing that, though, is a different story. Because this is Battlefield, so most people, when the game comes out, are going to be playing Conquest. So even though you've got these cool new game modes, are people going to be playing them at launch? I'm not sure. Now, the graphics. You remember that in my previous videos, I've said that this game looks worse than Battlefield 4. And it does. It looks worse than Battlefield 4. I play Battlefield 4 on Ultra on my PC. I'm playing this on Ultra. The performance is about the same. A little bit better for the beta, which is really fucking surprising for a beta. And essentially, it does look a little bit worse, but it still looks very good, right? It's still a very good looking game. It still looks better than Call of Duty, looks better than all that shit. It's still a good looking game. But, let's get back to the negatives. This game just feels like it's Battlefield, but with cops and robbers put on it. It feels like cops and robbers is merely a skin. Like, you could have done a game mode like this without money, and you probably could have found a way to do it, right? There's nothing really unique that comes with this game. Like, yeah, of course, you got your tasers, but nobody uses the fucking things, because when you're in a battle, are you seriously going to pull out a taser and have to hold the button down to kill them, or arrest them while you get pumped full of lead? You're not going to be doing that. So for the most part, it feels like Battlefield, but just with cops and robbers as a skin. And because of this, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, have you ever seen a downtown battle between cops and robbers equally matched with freaking helicopters? Helicopters. That doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense, this skin. Maybe it will work for the single player, At least from what I've seen. But in terms of multiplayer, it doesn't make any sense. And it's going to make less sense when you're playing something like Conquest or Rush, if they do decide to bring Rush back. But there are also some technical issues with this game, both in its inherent design and in some of the weapons and equipment and such. The netcode in this game, in this beta at least, is pretty shit. It's running on the same netcode that Battlefield 4 was on at launch, which means you're going to be dying from behind walls and you're going to be freaking shooting people and having no hit markers come up and then one bullet and you're dead. But I bet you the other player shot you like 5 or 6 times. So that is always annoying. However, this is a beta, so they're probably going to fix it. However, that makes me wonder. I mean, you surely must have known in October last year when Battlefield 4 launched and you fuckers were still working on this game, that doesn't work, let's fix that. But you haven't for the beta. It's a beta, so I'll let that slide. However, some of the actual weapons and equipment in design piss me off. The riot shield is overpowered. You can't shoot through the glass. It's literally bulletproof. If you're crouching and going towards someone, you can't kill them. Grenades get blocked, C4 gets blocked. And people are seriously sitting there saying, no, that's not overpowered. I mean, what the fuck, man? So, that's my thoughts on the beta. Remember that this is just a first impressions. I've been playing the game for a couple of hours, but more importantly, this is a beta. So, things will change. Things are definitely going to change. They've still got months until the release date of this game, and they still have things to change. Overall, I find it to be very fun, but it's very samey. Very, very samey. It feels like DLC. At least so far. And this makes me concerned about the future of the series. And finally, before I finish this video, I'm going to address something to people who like Battlefield. Do not pre-order this game. Battlefield 4 has proven that you can't trust EA to let the developer have enough time to get the game out the door. I know it's visceral, but it's I feel like it's going to be the same thing. They say they've been working on it for 3 years, but this beta evidently proves that that's not the case. It's very clear that they haven't. Because there's not enough upgrade over Battlefield 4 to make me go, oh yeah, no, you've definitely been working on this full on for 3 fucking years. No, you haven't. I'm worried that this game will come out and will be incomplete, buggy, and run like shit. And I know, Battlefield 4 put me off of pre-ordering video games basically full fucking stop. That game ran like shit, even on really good computers. Now, when I was talking about the performance, I'm running on an R9 290, right? So I'm going to be getting good performance, but some of you may not. Some of you may not be getting good performance, and, of course, this is EA. Wait for the reviews to come out. Wait for people like me to take the bullet for you. If it's good, go out and download it. If it's not, don't buy it. Or if you see reviews telling you it's not good, there you go. You just saved 60 bucks. Not having to buy a game that's a piece of shit. I'm not saying that's going to happen with Battlefield Hardline. But the game is really samey. If you're bored of Battlefield, this game would not change your mind in any way whatsoever. It is the same Battlefield. If you like Battlefield, however, you'll enjoy this. But keep an eye on this game. Look at it wary. Make sure that you're paying attention to what they're doing with this game. And above all else, don't pre-order the fucking game. Wait for the reviews to come out. I'm Fringy, and thanks for watching Should I Play Battlefield Hardline Beta. As always, have a good one.